You've tuned in to the Heart to Heart. You're now tuned in. What are you tuned into? Right, I've got it. You've tuned in to the Heart to Heart podcast with myself, Andy, and Mouse, diving into behind the scenes of a creative mind, from the highs to the lows and the trials and tribulations that they face on a day-to-day basis. So sit back, enjoy, as the episode's about to begin. But please note, there is explicit content within.
Tam, how are we doing?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Oh, good. Long time. We've been trying to get this to happen.
I know, it's fucking mental, isn't it?
Well, we're here finally.
Good.
So, how we like to get things started is we're going to do a Would You Rather round with you.
Do what?
A Would You Rather round, so...
Would I rather? Go on.
Yeah.
Hit me.
I'll just ask you a few questions and you let me know the answers.
Yeah.
Would you rather ration yourself to 10 spray cans for the rest of your life or lose a hand?
Would I rather ration myself to 10 spray cans? 10 spray cans.
10 spray cans, go on.
Yeah, you can't masturbate with no hands, can you? You know what I mean? Ridiculous. That's the first question I've ever been asked. I need 2 hands as well.
Would you rather get a chance to go back in time and write something that went wrong, or unlimited prime wall space to paint on for life?
You can't ask the question like that. You can't ask that, can you?
Get it go.
Wrong. What, one of my own wrongs or somebody else's wrong? Like
one of your own. We'll go with one of your own.
Oh, I'll just go with the wall space then.
Yeah, love it.
They're done now. You know what I mean?
Right, here we go. Here's the best one. Reveal your identity or 10 grand cash now.
Oh, I'd have 10 grand cash now, mate.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have 10 grand cash now, but better stay ballied up.
Easy peasy, that one.
And then we've got the worst one here, right? So, would you rather have a minute's worth of nipple twist or a swift firm kick in the balls?
A nipple twist, hands down, mate. Nipple twist.
I mean, I suppose.
No kick. I mean, you can't do that. You can't kick. Oh no, I just wouldn't have that. No way.
Well, that was it. He survived our Would You Rather round.
Did I do all right?
You've done all right. You've done all right.
Good.
So, how did we end up here? Let us know your story.
I don't know, really. I was just, I suppose when Ukraine got invaded by Russia, or Vladimir Putin, should I say, not Russia. You know, I was just checking. I'd recently joined social media, Facebook, Instagram, because I hadn't been on any of that stuff before, you know. And I just thought to myself, you know, I was looking at all the street artists and stuff, and they're doing stuff for Ukraine and all stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And many years ago, sort of 20 plus years ago, I used to do throw ups and just write twat and stuff like that on walls and stuff, you know, just to sort of please myself. And I just thought, you know, well, let's have a little go. And I went under the bridge. There's a big new fire ducts built in Bognor probably about 5 years ago now. And it's got loads of pillars, as you may have seen. And I just thought I'd just have a little go. And it just turned out really well, you know. And like everyone in Bognor was like wicked, you know, because there are graffiti writers in Bognor and stuff, but you know, they don't really do a lot, you know, not a lot gets put around, you know. It's really uncouth around here to do street art and stuff on walls. People love it though. I don't understand, you know. But people love it, but the graffiti's a grey area, as you know. People love to hate it, don't they? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, basically the Ukraine one, the peace one I did that under there, and it got sort of noticed, and a few people were happy about it. And I thought, oh, you know what, I'll start a little Instagram page up, you know, Tamptwo. So, you know, that's what I used to call myself many years ago. So I thought, fuck it, let's have a little go. And it's gone really well, to be fair. We've got like a local Bognor Facebook group, and I've hit that like 4 times now. it's going all right. It's, you know, no negative comments, to be fair, because I'm trying to do stuff that is sociably acceptable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, but you have
So,
to bear with me. I've just been down the pub and had a couple of pints, so if I start talking absolute shit,
bit of Dutch
just
curry.
tell me, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what were you doing in your 25 years off of painting then?
Oh, you don't even want to know. Well, I got into water sports, as I sort of mentioned before. I just got heavily into doing all that sort of stuff, because obviously living by the sea, why wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? And so I got right into that. Just like that basically took over my life, you know. And obviously at the same time, started getting into drugs and stuff like that. You know, recreationally, you know, on a Friday night, you'd have a little line or something like that, a few beers, and you know, next thing you know, it's fucking 6 o'clock in the morning or something ridiculous like that. And then, it just sort of over the 20 years, it just sort of got worse and worse. I just got pissed off with like the water sport I was doing, you know, because I just couldn't do it properly because I was fucking hungover and all that shit, you know. And, you know, I just started getting heavily into it. And then COVID come along, didn't it? Crazy COVID. Remember those days? They were good, weren't they? You know, that will come along, and it's been locked down, just shut in your house and just getting smashed all the time. And I think I did, what was it? I did I did crazy amounts, you know. It was sort of like, I think it was 4.5 months. I was doing it like 4 or 5 times a week, coke I'm talking about. 4 or 5 times a week. And it got into the case of doing it every day for 4.5 months.
Wow.
Sort of grand a day to myself. Do you know what I mean? Just absolutely never saw anyone, just stayed in on my own. It got real dark, man, to be fair. I even started losing, my hair started falling out on the back of my head, to be fair. It's fucking weird. So when you're going bald like that, I was like, am I? Do you know what I mean? And then you know, it's back now, thank fucking Jesus. Do you know what I mean? But
I was going to say, is that why you got your hood up all the time? Covering it up?
No, not bald, mate.
Embrace it.
So were there any particular reasons? So when it started out recreation wise, I presume like headspace, you were in a good place.
Yeah,
but then
I was like a free
did it kind of unmask some stuff then?
What's that, sorry?
Did it kind of unmask some stuff? The more you got into it and stuff, like you said, you ended up in a real dark place. Like,
yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's a really, really crazy drug, to be fair. I mean, you have 1 or 2 little pinches of it, you have a time of your life, but you start going further and you keep trying to chase that buzz. You know, next thing you know, 4 or 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, you're still doing it. You're not getting the buzz off it. You just spazzed out. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And then the next day you wake up, you feel like shit. It kind of ruins your enjoyment of stuff as well, I suppose. So I started falling out of love with my water sport and all that. And I just thought, you know, I'll just get another bag. Just that simple. Do you know what I mean? And then the next day you think, oh, just get another one. You know, next thing you know, you're like, I want another one, but I haven't really got the money to get it. So I'll just tick it or like, you know, lay it on sort of thing. And then all of a sudden you're fucking in debt to loads of people. Do you know what I mean? Like,
becomes a problem.
Massive. And nobody, I couldn't put my finger on why you do it, to be fair, because yeah, it's okay. It's not like, I don't know, it's a weird one. I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on why you do it. It's a strange drug, I think. But you just want to go back to it. You know, it's probably the first few hours of it all. Do you know what I mean? When you are actually good and all that before I start getting all spazzy and that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. That's it, basically.
So, how did you kind of get yourself out of that?
Wow. Well, it was the second lockdown, to be fair, and I was just living in a room in a house in the middle of nowhere, so just outside Bognor, but you know, one of the small villages. And I was just doing it every night. All my day consisted of was, you know, coming back from work, because I worked all the way through COVID, by the way. Coming back from work, coming to Bognor, getting a bag, going home. doing that. And then, you know, and then half the time, not even going to work. Do you know what I mean? Like, just
Wow.
absolutely. And it just got, and in the end, I just said to the guy I was waiting for, I just said, look, you know, I need some time off. I'm just like losing it. And he was like, that's fine, don't worry. So I took like a month off, and in that month, I just smashed the shit out of it. Do you know what I mean? And it was, and yeah, I just literally just got, you know, all as soon as I woke up till I was going to bed the early hours of the morning, you know, I was waking up, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then just doing it. And yeah, and it just all comes from, you know, I just couldn't leave my house without crying and that. Do you know what I mean? Just driving along in bits, like, you know, and it's hard to see the kids and stuff like that, you know, because I split up with my missus at this point. So, you know, it was just like, I don't know, it's hard work, it's proper hard work. But yeah, happy days now, got out of that.
What was
basically, I got a bounce back loan, you know, government giving everybody money for fuck all. I got a bounce back loan.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and just ended up getting a place in Bognor, getting my act together. Not doing it. I just stopped doing it, you know, because I didn't. When I used to do it, I didn't want anyone to see me on it. I was on my own. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to do it with people. So I come back to Bognor, you know, and I started socialising with people again, I suppose. And yeah, people coming round and stuff. So we weren't really doing it. We'd still doing it a little bit, but not a lot. Obviously, I had massive bills to pay then. You know, not living in a room in the middle of nowhere, don't really have a lot of bills. You know, it's like I think it was 60 quid a week I was paying. That was all in, everything, all the bills. But yeah, got back to Bognor. Yeah, and just like I met a girl, funnily enough, and she was the one who sort of got me into doing the street art thing. To be fair, I was showing her a few little ideas, and she's going, "Got some good ideas. Why don't you just go and do it?" And that, and I was like, "So nice," you know. And she was like, "Yeah, go and do it." So I think the first one I did, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was something ridiculous like that. It's the darkest place I've ever been in my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually did the colours upside down, didn't I? I wrote that on the thing I sent you. Did the fucking colours upside. We're going back in the morning. I was like, they're upside down. But only one person has noticed that, to be fair. So, yeah, it's done all right. But yeah, no, she was the one who sort of said to me, get back into it. And I did. And I just got into it. And I turned a spare room into a little bit of a studio and all that stuff. And yeah, it's been good. It's been good fun, to be fair. Just picking up ideas and all that sort of stuff, you know. But trying not to piss everyone off.
Just kicking off what you said there, going out in pitch black and painting and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of years on, and how has your confidence changed with street painting? Are you still
well, to be fair, it's not even not even a year since I started doing it again. Wow. So it was April the 1st. It was actually like April Fool's Day, funnily enough.
Wow.
So it's not even a year since I've started doing it again. But no, I am confident now. You know, not 100% confident, because fuck me, there's some brilliant artists out there just blow you out of the water and literally even look at you just pass out. Do you know what I mean? But you know, yeah, I know what I'm doing a lot more now. It's like trial and error, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. Do you find the times that you go painting have changed? Do you still go painting in the middle of the night, or?
No, I go a bit earlier now, to be fair. Because I did that Duracell battery. And that was about, literally, I don't know, it only took me about an hour to do that, and it was about 11 o'clock at night, and a couple of guys come walking along, and obviously it's pitch black, and I'm thinking, right, what the fuck do I do here? So I hid behind the pillar. Do you know what I mean? And they come walking along, and I looked, and I thought, oh, they're a bit younger than me, you know, I'm a bit bigger than them. So I just come out shaking my cane, going, all right, boys. So I thought, oh, people don't mind me. You know what I mean? It's you know, I wouldn't do it in the daytime, obviously, but in the evening, no one really goes there. It's well out of the way. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, got a few ideas I'd like to do in Bognor though. That'd be fucking brilliant. But I'm not sure the people of Bognor are ready for it yet. Do you know what I mean?
Well, this is it. You kind of led me into my next question now. I was going to say, have you ever thought about doing any kind of council commissioned art or anything?
Well, no, I don't know about commissions and that, you know, because I can only do. To be fair, I'm really shit at drawing stuff. Do you know what I mean? But I can only do what I can do. Do you know what I mean? So if someone said this piece on the wall, I'd be like, you know, I probably wouldn't be able to do it, or it would look nothing like what they gave me. But you know, I'd like the council to say, have you got an idea for a wall?
Yeah.
And if I showed it to them and they went, yeah, that's okay, then boom, then I could go and do it. Yeah, I'd love to do that. You know what I mean? But then will they nab me in the process? I don't know.
Wow, this is it. So you have to do Clark Kent Superman thing, get your suit and glasses on, and
well, it's a funny thing, street art and graffiti and stuff like that, because the police don't really do anything about it unless somebody makes a complaint about it. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
You know, so I think it's okay in the right place as long as, you know, no one complains about it. You know.
I think there's that line between though as well, isn't there, where you've got like your youngsters going out just writing fucking cock or drawing a massive willy on a wall and stuff, to then doing something like you do with the Duracell battery. That is art, innit? It's a bit more acceptable in the sense of, right, okay, people can appreciate it, where not everybody wants to walk down High Street and see a big fucking bell end on the wall. Do you know what I mean?
I'd love to walk down the High Street and see a big
or
bell
some people might do.
But no, definitely. Yeah, I did that really well. I did that really early as well. I'd only been doing it, I don't know, 6 weeks, and that just come into my head, and I just thought. And the thing about it as well is it's to scale, so it's actually sinking into the ground, so it actually looks correct. Do you know what I mean, on the pillar? So yeah, try and scale everything because it just looks so much better. But yeah, no, that got like 9. I boosted it. You know, you can boost your posts on Instagram. I thought I'd put 30 quid into that. I do it quite a lot, to be fair. And I boosted it, and 900 likes. That's brilliant, eh? And followers, bloody followers coming up my arse. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
See, this is bizarre. What you've just said then, we kind of experienced the complete opposite, don't we? Where I've tried to boost posts before and fucking got absolutely nothing from it. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose it's what you're throwing out in retrospect. But yeah, I remember when you did do the jurors, and then all of a sudden your account just fucking started ticking. Boom, 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 going up.
Yeah, and you get messages from people, local people, just going, "Oh, I love what you're doing," and all this sort of stuff, and they're telling other people, and so a lot of my followers are local, to be fair. Even though a lot of them are obviously artists as well, because I love the thing about Instagram and, you know, just meeting these artists and stuff. Some of them are just fucking mind blowing, to be fair, and just unrecognised as well. You know, it's mental.
I heard an artist say it, and it was quite interesting actually. They said that she said that she was an artist in the 70s, and obviously she painted, and she said, I put my pictures in the bedroom after I painted them. She said, flash forward to 2020s, I paint my pictures and then I put it on Instagram, and there's an opportunity for the entire world to see it while it lives in my bedroom. And I thought, as much as we complain about it, for us creatives, it is an amazing platform.
Oh, I'd never thought it'd even be like this, to be fair. I mean, the support as well. I mean, no one's really negative. I've had a couple of negative comments. Someone said toy or something like that, and then when I did the Ukraine the peace Ukraine thing, someone started going on and on about Vladimir Putin and all that stuff, and I was just thinking, oh fucking, I can't be arsed with that, so I didn't even respond. You know what I mean?
This is it.
But no, I can't. I mean, it's such a good platform, and everybody kind of supports everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. You know, everyone's egging each other on, if you like. You know.
Yeah.
My favourite pieces that I've seen you do personally, the cig and the clipper.
Oh, the cigarette. Yeah, you sent me a voice note, didn't you? I was just like, you walked down the road or something. You went, "Oh, I fucking love it," and that I was like, brilliant. Nobody sent me a voice note before.
Fucking love it. It's just, I think that was what really got me watching you, because I was like, it's just so standout. It's not, I mean, for anyone that hasn't seen it, you need to go check his account out and have a look at it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was,
it is.
That was one I did at, I literally started that about midnight, that one, I thought, I think. And it took me fucking long time to do it.
I was going to say, it's all the little details on the filter, and I just thought, wow, it proper blew me away.
Yeah, it took me about 2.5 hours to do that one. I was like, once you're into it, you can't stop, can you?
No, that's it. You need to go.
So yeah, that was. But no, to be fair, it's still real. I had a really good roller on that one, a proper masonry roller. Because before I was just using whatever roller I could get my hands on. And yeah, it just covered it so thick and nice. It's still crisp white now. Someone saw it the other day and they saw it sort of in the pub and they said it's still crisp white, you know. So that's good.
So that was, again, you're doing a good job of this. You led me on to my next question. Has anyone painted over any of your big ones yet?
I did that piece one, lasted about 2 weeks, that Ukraine piece thing. I did that Queen Z for the Jubilee. Just went down there, did that overnight. Took some local kiddie with me down there. He wanted to learn how to spray, so I took him down there and I let him loose with a couple of cans and stuff. But yeah, that didn't last long either. I think someone wrote "twat" on it or something within like about 3 days. You know what I mean? And then it just sort of grew from there. Like, but I don't really go under there a lot, to be fair. I just sort of pop under there just before I'm going to do something. Like I popped under there just before I did that clipper, and I went down there that night, and there's a fucking police helicopter. I shit you not, a police helicopter just in the distance, and I'm like, well, I'm here now. I started it. What am I going to do? Do I go?
He's going to have to roll with it.
Yeah, they're obviously looking for someone. They're obviously busy, so.
You're going to get a right surprise when they look on that little thermal image and see you roaming around bloody pole.
Yeah, like rolling around on the floor. But yeah, no, yeah, that was a nightmare. I've run out of paint on that one, so you can only actually see it from one side. So I tried to do the whole pillar all the way around. Like the Duracell, that's double-sided. The cigarettes all the way around. But the clipper, I sort of ran out of paint, so you can only sort of see it from sort of one side. But that's done well. It's got like 500 likes, which is massive boost, to be fair.
You've been absolutely smashing it.
Yeah, it's going well, mate. And I opened a little shop up the other day, didn't I?
This is it. You absolutely killed that too. Did you sell out?
That went well, didn't it?
Well, no, because people have been asking me in the past, like, do you sell stuff? Can I buy this and all stuff like that? And I'm like, no, because I didn't want to sell. It was never why I started to do it, to make money, to be fair. But you do spend a fucking lot of money, don't you?
You do.
Yeah.
But I just thought, do you know what? I ain't really got room for them. Do you know what I mean? So I thought I'd just have a little go, and I left it a little bit longer, and just set up a big cartel store, and yeah, I mean, I sold 3 paintings in one day, which is like smashed it, you know.
Yeah,
and but that's all I've sold. You know what I mean? So, so that's a bit of a come down, isn't it? After all that.
Yeah, but fucking hell, 3 in one day though, on your first kind of opening, it's not bad going. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you could put them up there and not fucking sold it, you know.
Yeah. This is it. I've put deals out before and not sold a painting. It's heartbreaking, but
yeah, no.
No, you got to take it out after that. And what's it sort of? Has it given you any sort of inspiration for, you know, maybe future shop openings and exhibitions potentially, or?
Oh, I don't know about that. That's a bit too far-fetched for me. I'm just a local boy, just doing stuff around my town. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I would love to be a world-famous street artist. Imagine that, like, you know, and all that shit. But I just can't see it. I mean, I could sell. You know, I'm still going to do some paintings and stuff and try and sell them and stuff like that. But it's more like I was trying. The reason I started it, excuse me, was to try and sort of G someone else up to have a little go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not really anyone's done it so far, so it's not working, is it?
Take this opportunity to call out anyone and everyone in Bognor, man. Get painting.
Yeah, get painting, Bognor.
Yeah.
Painting.
You need to get onto the council. That should be your slogan.
Get told off and shut down.
Yeah, get onto the council, mate. That could be your slogan there. Get painting, Bognor.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that place is perfect for it as well. You know, it's well out of the way. Nobody ever goes under. There's a little road under there, but you can't drive down there. You've got to park at the end and walk down there. It's just well out of the way. I know kids go under and they get stoned and all that crap and get pissed and stuff, but you know, it's not doing anybody any harm. I mean, there's about 7,000 pillars under there. I can't think of that many ideas. Do you know what I mean? Like cigarette, juice. Yeah. Someone said Pringles. Do a Pringles under there. But
yeah. Get a Pringles can done.
Yeah, I did think about it, to be fair, but it's a funny one. Because to be fair, that cigarette was like 8 meters tall. Do you know what I mean? So,
how are you doing? You got ladders, or are you getting like extendable rollers, or?
Yeah, I mean, I painted it with an extendable roller, to be fair, my mate's roller. You know who you are. And yeah, he's rolling. It goes up fucking about 10 meters, so that was fine. But yeah, you have to crack a ladder out, mate. You have to crack the ladder out and just climb up it. You know what I mean? It's a bit hairy. Yeah. And the old bill flying backwards and forwards and the lights flashing and that, so that's good fun as well. Thinking, are they coming? Are they not coming? What's going on?
I'd be an accident emergency after about 15 minutes, mate.
Well, the thing is, it's a pillar, isn't it? So you can tie the bottom of the ladder to the pillar. Yeah, you know what I mean? And you're not going to slide away. The only way you can go is slide away. So, yeah, it's pretty safe. Well, I wouldn't say it's 100% safe. I wouldn't recommend it to everyone, unless you know how to use a ladder. But, yeah, no, it's good fun.
So,
technology again.
Question we both wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
If, say, you do another couple of pop-up shops and you sell out and your name blows up, you're getting into 100,000 followers on Instagram, all the rest of that, would you reveal your identity?
Depends. I had a letter from the Prime Minister, who is, I can't even think, Rishi Sunak, saying that I'm not going to get arrested, then I will do it.
Yeah.
But I don't, I'm old enough to not be arrested. Do you know what I mean? I could literally do without it. But,
rights in themselves.
But, I don't know. I think people like the mystique of it all as well. I'm literally doing it so that I could carry on doing it without being, them going, that's him.
Yeah.
Let's nick him. So that's why I do it. But I think people do like the mystique of it all and all that jazz. I mean, I'm not trying to be Banksy, obviously, because he's fucking another level. But,
that's it. We were just saying then about the whole Banksy thing and how mysterious it all is, and sort of its own little legend now. I kind of think that, if it's nice you've sort of said that, like, I'm not trying to do the sort of Banksy things. I think a lot of the street artists about at the moment are just trying to do the Banksy thing. It's quite refreshing to see street art in a sort of whole different light, a different style.
Yeah, I mean, you got to sort of, I'm not that arty. Do you know what I mean? But I am creative and I'm good with my hands. Do you know what I mean? So I use that, instead of actually going and fucking drawing something on the wall, I just use my creativity.
Yeah, so I take it you're a no stencils kind of artist.
I'm a what?
No stencil artist. Don't use your stencils.
No, I use fucking stencils. Of course I use stencils.
Yeah, well, which ones have you been using stencils on?
Which ones have I used stencils on? Cool. I mean, the cigarette, that's got stencils on it. The smoking skills, that's a stencil. The Duracell, that's a stencil. The thing with it is, it's so quick. You've got to get in and out. Do you know what I mean? If you were to stand there and try and actually paint it properly, it would, you'd be there for fucking ever. Stencils are a quick exit. Do you know what I mean? All the work's in the workshop. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, a lot of them, to be fair. Well, just trying to think what I've done now. A lot of them are stencils, mate, to be fair. I do like a stencil.
Sorry, Andy, I cut you off there.
I just want to throw this in. Which do you enjoy more? Like the street art that you've been doing on a big scale, or the ones that you've been selling on shop? Like which do you get enjoyment out, or a bit of both?
Both, to be fair. I like doing the street stuff, but I'm not happy about going out in the middle of the night. And plus, you can't see fuck all. So it's a bit of a pain in the arse. I like doing the stuff in the studio because obviously you can just do it at your own leisure. There's no rush. I can have a little break. I can go and have a fag. I can go and have a son away or whatever. When you're on the street, it's like a rush. You know, got to get this done. The old bill might come. All that sort of jazz. But they never do. Thank God. But yeah, no, I enjoy both of them, to be fair. They're different buzz. Going out at night and just doing something naughties, you know, brings back the inner child in any man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's good. That's really good fun, to be fair. But yeah, no, I obviously enjoy this stuff in here as well because it's, you know, you just get time to do it. You can think about it a little bit more and all that, you know.
So
I do like the Union Jack pieces. They're class.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
the Union Jack pieces, that they are good.
Yeah, I just thought, you know, the UK always seems to be knackered since, you know, the day I was born. Like, they're always going on about the NHS since 1970, whatever. And I just thought, you know, it seems to be going into like a little bit more of a meltdown at the moment. You know, you've got like diesel, fucking electric, gas, you know, all this stuff. And I just thought, you know, just make it melt. Do you know what I mean? And then do one that's green. Yeah. You know,
it stands out. They're very standout pieces, those.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's good fun. Yeah, it got received well, actually. It got a few offers on that. My mate offered me, he goes, I'll give you 25 quid and a packet of Haribos for that. I was like, fucking joking. It took a fucking little while to do that.
There's got to be fucking at least 3 packets, mate.
Yeah, exactly. You know, one of each, so I might have thought about it, you know. But, some guys just from up I can't think where he's from now, but he just messaged me and said, you know, how much you want for it? And I was like, well, it's going in a shop on Saturday at 12. Just keep your eyes open. And he's boom, straight away. Within about 10, 20 minutes, he bought it, you know, for 150 quid, which was like, for me, I was like, wow, you know. So I'm actually a selling artist now. So this is good. Man. And then a couple more come later. I mean, you know, one guy who's from sort of the local area, and another guy's just outside the local area. So, yeah, no, really pleased with it, to be fair. But
proud of that, man.
Yeah, I am, to be fair. Yeah, but I ain't sold fuck all since. It was only the first day I sold 3, and then you know what I mean. If I'd have sold out, and then I've been really impressed, you know what I mean.
That's it. Give it time, mate. Give it time. You'll be coming in. You'll be selling out.
Well, hopefully that'd be good, wouldn't it? You're at work and that, and just fucking sit in the studio all day talking shit to people and fucking spray painting stuff, and that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
It's a dream, mate. It's a dream.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
So, what sort of things have we got in the pipeline for Tamp in the future?
Well, I can't tell you that, can I? That's just a ridiculous thing to ask someone, isn't it? Yeah, I've got something next week. And when will this come out? It'll be a while, wouldn't it?
Probably another week. We've got another week yet.
Okay, yeah. Well, I've got something I was going to do next weekend if the wind's not too breezy. So there's a bit of a clue there.
Ooh.
But yeah, I can't tell you what it is because it just spoil it. Yeah, there's a couple of things I've got on ideas of. Yeah, it's just something I'd like to do. Yeah, I can't tell you. Can't tell you. Top secret.
It's not giving it away.
We like it. So, one thing we sort of like to ask at the end of our podcasts is if you could go back and speak to Baby Tamp, what would you tell him?
Oh, don't do drugs. Jesus Christ. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Yeah. And actually fucking study at school, you know? Even though, I'm not being funny, every parent says that to their kids. And it's what it turns out, school doesn't really mean fuck all, does it? But I would have, you know, I'd have really tried hard, and I just fucked about, and you know, they wouldn't let me go back to sixth form and stuff like that, and ended up going to do the job I do now, funnily enough. So it's all sort of fell into place. But yeah, I'd just say, yeah, definitely don't do drugs, whatever you do, you know. They're fucking good fun at the time, but they literally ruin people's lives, you know.
Yeah, not worth it. Fun's not worth all the shit that comes with it, is it?
Don't do drugs, kids. They're shit.
Feel like we're on one of those American TV adverts. So, sort of last one then. If you could give any advice to a sort of budding street artist, be it in the area or around the world, what advice would you give them?
Just got to get out there, really, I suppose. It's like anything, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Obviously in my infancy, to be fair, but every time I go out and every time I put a spray can to a bit of board or a canvas or a wall or whatever, there's different things, you know, I'm slightly better. So it's just got to do it. I've had loads of messages from people and stuff, you know, on Facebook and Instagram, just saying, oh, how do you learn it and all stuff like that. Just fucking taught myself. I've got a spray can. I watched a YouTube video and that was it. I think it was only a 10-minute one as well, you know, that was it. You're off, you know. And it's just doing it. As you know, you boys know.
This is
the more you do it, the better you get it, isn't it?
100%.
Like anything.
That's it. Practice makes progress.
Exactly.
This is
That's
it.
Right.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, bro. Before we go, shout out your Instagram. What's your tags on Instagram?
It's hang on there. It's at Tamptwo, isn't it? Full stop TWO. Cool. Not the number 2.
Give him a follow, man. You will not be disappointed. Absolutely banging artist.
Excellent.
Yeah, man, been a pleasure. Good to have you on.
Okay. Yeah,
thanks, Tom.
All right, yeah, take it easy, you boys, and I'll see you on the flip side.
See you on the other side.
Will do.
Catch you soon.
So that's it for now from myself and Mouse. Any updates for future episodes, make sure you rate and follow on Spotify or like and subscribe on YouTube. Also, you can find us on his Insta socials at WI Artist Mouse, Broken Thugs Club and Rogue Gallery Project. So that's it. Till next time, thanks for listening.